My ex was 10 times the man you'll ever be. You're predictable, and you'll never leave. My wife laughed at dinner, wine sloshing. That was the hand grenade. I simply stood up, grabbed my keys, and walked out in absolute silence. No fight, no drama, just done. She thought I was sulking, waiting for her to apologize. She was wrong. I drove downtown, checked into a discreet hotel suite, and initiated my final plan. I had been preparing for years, but that insult was the trigger. I didn't call a local lawyer. I called Victoria S. Calderon, the Black Widow of Westlake, a ruthless divorce specialist who once dismantled a senator's finances. Victoria was also the actual wife of Brent, my wife's 10 times better ex-boyfriend. Talk about poetic justice. Victoria arrived 20 minutes later. She didn't want revenge. She wanted surgical control. She slid a folder across the table. It contained asset maps, pre-filed motions, and proof my wife had been hiding accounts and commingling funds for years. We won't take her down in court, Victoria promised. We dismantle her before she even sets foot in one. The first domino fell fast. My wife tried to buy coffee, but her card was declined. Her 5-figure checking account showed $12.14. Her lawyer, a golf tanned amateur, frantically told her Victoria had secured third-party audits and frozen her assets instantly. He confessed Victoria's nickname and her connection to Brent. Panic set in. Her sister, Tissa, rushed to her house, begging her to stop. Tissa had seen me with Victoria. He wasn't crying, Tissa warned her. He was planning. He looks like a man who has already made peace with ruining you. But my wife, blinded by her own arrogance, insisted I was bluffing. The isolation started next. Her group chats went silent. Friends unfollowed her on social media. Even Brent called, not to defend her, but to issue a terrifying warning. Don't mess with Victoria. To her, you're not a person. You're an equation, and she's very, very good at subtraction. Then came the final blow, a letter confirming a lien on the house. She frantically checked the records. For years before we married, I had placed the house into an irrevocable trust. She later signed a quitclaim deed, unknowingly locking herself out. She didn't own the kitchen she was standing in. Her humiliated lawyer summed it up. She's using tax loopholes and prenup trigger clauses I've never seen combined. She built this like a trapdoor, and you just fell through it. My wife finally understood. He was boring. I thought he'd never fight back. Her one mistake was underestimating the quiet man she ridiculed. The last thing she received was a USB drive. It contained a recording of that fateful dinner. We watched her drunk laughter, her cruel words. Then, my calm, steady voice. Noted. That was all. He recorded it as evidence because he already knew the ending he was writing. The final paperwork was signed outside the courthouse. Victoria handed her the decree. It included a strict non-disparagement clause, 6 figures per breach. My wife saw the final phrase. Executed with full consent. She realized she had signed documents consenting to her own destruction. She looked at me one last time, trying to find the man she could still manipulate. He was gone. You don't even hate me, she whispered. No response. I just sat there, finished, while the quiet woman who had elegantly ruined her stood beside me. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Share your thoughts about the story in the comments.